Welcome back to Watanagashi. So, it has been a long while. So, other than some other personal things and work and such, I'm gonna start off with some more additional reading of this. So, I think where I've last left off was, I believe, the meals got sabotaged from what I know. Satoko, yeah. Gosh, it's been a while since I read this. I'm getting a bad feeling how it's gonna go. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well then, is everybody finished? Well now, have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. Yeah, we'll see about that, because since Satoko fucked that up. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Reina plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. Oh boy. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Oh boy. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. Well, considering the amount of salt, damn. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Reina's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Because why not? Because salt is... too much of it is no good. Oh my, what happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Man, this guy has balls. I mean, if he's desperate and hungry, then he has to. Reina was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Farud-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple but very nicely done. There was also the incident with Reina's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinary high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrots with his spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad, but I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. Yet, that I agree with him. What? I've never seen anyone who dislikes carrots. I mean, I like carrots. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplates on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak. That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots. What is she saying all of a sudden? And of course, this stupid background noise is my damn computer. fucking desktop. Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. Man, I wonder what she's saying all of a sudden. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. He's like, it's like a begging for mercy right there. It's like, I'm sorry, I changed my opinion. Oh man. Kyoji, there are seconds if you want them. Mommy! Oh my god. While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. And this judge just got... He just got roasted by a bunch of cuteness. Ain't that some shit? That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous. Oh ho ho, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry. Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Oh... All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself, could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glazed sauce and a fresh salad. It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's making me damn hungry, of course. It's perfect. Perfectly made. Amazing! Amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing. Mi-chan, you're amazing. Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime. Truly a taste to savor. Sonozaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Aw, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face. I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice. That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. But that's why. At some point my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's bullshit, man! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry. Darn it. Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. SMH for me right now. Oh my god. She stole my rice without me even looking. Well there, Kei-chan, you're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. Gah! I couldn't even probably voice my shame. Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiji-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It loathes me to say it, but Mian is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mian to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? My Bara-san, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it. Even though my proteges had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. God, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had showed them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the very last moment. Think, Keiichi Mabara. Think. Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. Ah. What's that? I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh? How's Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know. Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. While it lasts, of course. First off, man, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care. It's salty after all. It's okay if Reina helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now. Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Reina, go make some tea. Oh, he doesn't trust me. Next, Satoko. Also, Rika-chan, I challenge you to a side bet. What did you say? Oh, that's not how you say it. What did you say? We'll listen to your request. This was my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat. You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that. No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback. Right? That may be true, but I don't mind. Heiichi, go for it. Yay! I don't know what's going on here. The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to my Bara-kun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking! Oh boy. My Bara-kun, that's... Onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at this simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Reina poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of this. There, look. There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. Well, because the rice got salted. Insulted. It's true. The amount of salt might be a little much, but... Reina's expression told me that she brought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Maibara-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. It seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Reina understands that now too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much? You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. That I would agree with that. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Oh boy. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had. This was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this a little surprise just not enough? Don't give up, Kei-chan, Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No, I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you're sorely mistaken. Huh? Maibara-kun, what are you saying? How are they the same? The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said it at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, Maibara-kun, but what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me. Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teacher's only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Miss Keiji-kun did his best. Oh man. Could you please acknowledge that? Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Mion, stifling her laughter, stepped forward. There's a story about how when a Michelin three-star chef from France came to Japan, the people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported, but the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. There were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same. But Mion, she was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. I'm gonna agree with that. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. Well, I feel like I'm listening to history here. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. My Barakun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said it at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But as my Barakun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of the form. Then? For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But just for today, for not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Oh shit. My Bara-san, we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score. We did it. The curry was split and our rice was taken. But we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Reina had a perfect score. Since this contest was outside the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Reina breathed a sigh of relief. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry. But that means we won't have any lunch. Wow. Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolutely worth it. Well, that's what you get for doing something so very majorly mischievous. Is what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half. Thank you, Keiichi. My two proteges peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. We did it, my Bara-san. This is all thanks to you. We flashed each other's a thumbs up. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There was no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. When I was listening to that speech he gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. He ate it. Oh boy. Could it be that you also ate my share? The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears and my stomach rumbling, I was called over by the teacher. My Barakun, because of the circumstances, I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Huh? Understand what exactly? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes rolled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is this world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I will absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka and Kapila Vastu for the birth of the Shakya at the International Food Expo Michelin. Twirly twirly, even the Eiffel Tower was pickled in simmering curry. Turmeric, whether you are asleep or awake. Curry, 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 curry. Whew! That was a long one. Hey, Keiichi-san, what are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up is a part of cooking too. Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why, I wonder. Curry, curry, curry. Yikes! She got him, huh? It's okay. He'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably. Hopefully. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. Oh man, oh man. Oh man. What a scary moment to even have. I wouldn't even want to know. Should I continue this? Nah. We'll do a little more longer. In the end, all of the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch, I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out. Are you alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Reina's curry. As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it, is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomach ache. Well, you did a good job making it through. Your absolutely hopeless situation, that is. Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh? I don't need any compliments right now. I need food. There's something for you to eat at home, right? We don't keep snacks lying around at home. And I'm out of cup noodles right now. Wow, really? Since you're enduring that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty. I had absolutely no intention of laughing along. Boy, oh boy. Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. It's really rough when you're not used to the work. That job at that Angel Mort family restaurant, huh? That uniform was somewhat stimulating. Oh boy. Being a waitress really is hard work. Eh? Mi-chan is working as a waitress? Really? What kind of place is it? Oh. No, I'm right. I'm working at that toy store from the other day. Shion is the waitress. My bad. I completely forgot that was how it ended up being. I'm sorry. You guys look so similar I mixed you up. Hey, Keiichi-kun, who's Shion? Reina asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality. Cold and scary personality for Shion? I'm gonna take that. I'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna take note of this. I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl. Kei-chan! Reina interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange. Huh? Is that true? Reina's never met her. Mei-chan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister? Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her end this charade. Oh yeah, I still haven't introduced her to you, Reina. My younger sister's name is Shion. I don't know. I didn't ask. I never met her when I went to Mei-chan's house. Yeah, that. You know, I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at the family home in Okinomiya. Really? It can't be that far. We're not that close, so yeah, she doesn't come here too often. Sure. Reina's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things. Well, it's not a lie, but please believe me. As she said, yeah, I believe you, a smile suddenly blossomed on Reina's face. Reina wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store? That is... she's getting more tangled in her little web. Shit. Oh man. Not good when it comes to drinking water, that is. Fuck. Okay, I think I'm good. Getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on family issues. Sorry. I have to get to work. Later. Reina, Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. And she left. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape. Mei-chan was kinda cute. I wonder why. Reina giggled in amusement. Oh boy. What's next? Okay, so aside of me walking back home... I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. I wonder who would she be? Come on in. It's open. Please tell me it... Why do I get the feeling it's going to be a girl? I directed my listless voice at the door. Good afternoon, huh? Kei-chan, what are you doing? It seemed my guest was Mion, or rather, Shion. Wow, what a coincidence. I knew it's going to happen. So, I'm stuttering again. We meet again, Shion. Oh boy. It seemed my guest was Mion, or rather, Shion. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway. Is that Shion? Wait, why... I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here. I heard from my sister. Because of club activities today, you weren't able to eat lunch, right? Yeah, it was a lot of trouble. Satoko spilled my pot and you stole and you stole my rice. But I'm Shion. She grew red and began to mope. That's right, she was the younger twin right now. Sorry. What's up? Did you bring something for me to eat? Oh my. It's somehow disappointing that you hit the nail right on the head, but here. With a disappointed smile, Shion held out the small bento box she had hidden behind her back. Huh? You really brought something to eat? Thanks. There was still some of the ground beef left over from what my sister brought to school. I knew it was going to be right before dinner, but I wondered if you want it. Am I bothering you? Not even a bit. I'm really happy. Can I really eat this? Sneaking a look inside the box to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? There's not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? Jeez, I'm not my sister. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments. I don't mind at all. I want to chow down on it with thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's not something to be thankful about that your nose has to run. Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily. There's not much, but do you want to come in? I can probably make some tea or something. Sorry, but maybe some other time. I'm on my way to work. Oh, that's right. She did say that before. Just rinse the box out with water and give it back to my sister tomorrow, please. Oh, why, of course. It would only be the proper thing to do after being allowed to eat something that looks this delicious. Well then, I'll take my leave. One last thing. Shion grew red again as she looked down once more. During that contest with the curry, my sister took your rice without permission, right? My sister fools around too much, so sometimes she gets carried away. No kidding. She wasn't doing it just to be mean. Hey, it's not like I mind that too much. There are no grudges when it comes to club activities, after all. In fact, I should be the one that's thankful for all the thrills and entertainment, that is. Could you tell that to Mia for me? Yes. I think my sister will be very happy to hear that. Well then, I have to go. Well, I'd be much obliged. Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch. I'm happy, but is this really okay? I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside, but really, I don't think she would go so far as putting a needle in there. Unlike the last game. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted a bit. I took a bite, and another, and another. There was no funny business. There was no danger at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion, so there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. Sweet. That was a good, interesting moment right there, despite me coughing. But yeah. I'm gonna pause there. So next part, let's see how the remaining really goes. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and see you later. Have a good one.